This is an audio-only recording of an exercise session for Vision of Adventure. This winter our sessions are sponsored by the charity, Fight for Sight. Cycling, led by Kath Finn. Please note that you will need some form of stationary exercise bike for this session.
And we're going to start, as usual, just by paddling along for a while, not worrying too much about life, arriving on our bikes. I'm just setting the timer. And I have different background tonight. I'm at my mum's house in Northumberland, which has been lovely and sunny. In contrast, apparently, to the Kendal area, which I hear has been quite grim. So she's 86 and I come up and see her about once a month or so. And fully independent, good on her. So she's cooking my dinner while I work. I'm not sure it's meant to work like that. I think I'm meant to be looking after her and making life a bit easier. But not tonight. And she drove over to us at Christmas, which is about a 3-hour drive. And then a mouse ate the fuel line on her car, so she couldn't go home. And because of all the bank holidays, it took like 10 days to get it mended.
Looks like.
So she had a lovely little holiday. And I think really enjoyed it, being looked after and nice warm fire on. And yeah, it was good. And so it was a nice bit of extra time with her. And she usually breakfasts about 10. So if I got my act together, I can get up and go out and do some exercise first. So this morning I was mountain biking and then running and then mountain biking and then running. Not for very long, like 15 minutes on the bike, 10 minutes running, 15 minutes on the bike, 10 minutes running. Just to try and get my legs used to that change. And can't access a gym very well, so I brought some kettlebells over with me, which might cost me in petrol, but I now feel like super good because I've done my gym set. Hooray! Which is probably, actually, I'm liking it more at the minute. It used to be easily my least favourite activity, but I'm on a bit of a roll at the moment. And I've done my first gym qualification in the autumn, and I think I now feel a bit more confident and I understand a bit more. So it's good. I'll go back to school next year. I didn't think my brain could take the second one this year. It's got limited wavespan. Wavespan, that's not the right word. It's got limited capacity, my brain. I've had 3 kids and a busy job, and there's not much left of it. Okay, another couple of minutes like this. And I did have a look, Wild Year Events and the March Duathlon, but it's the same weekend as I'm racing at Alton Park. So, sorry, Paddy's on a qualification drive this year to try and qualify for lots of things for when he's 70. So we're going to a few races with that hope or aspiration. They are, yeah, Emily's coming in as well this evening. So that's good. One more joining the happy gang. Right. Okay, just for the last minute, I've switched the tempo trainer on so that you can just check whether your legs have warmed up and got to the stage where they're doing that kind of quite nice 90 cadence. And you're looking brilliant. That's looking great. Lovely jubbly. It's about 5 minutes, so just keep pedaling at that rate. We're going to go into the next bit of the warm-up, which is going to be 1 minute at about effort level 6, 7, and then 1 minute of an easy effort level. So as you go through this, hopefully the amount of power that you can put out when you're working at effort level 6, 7-ish will increase as you warm up. So that's thinking about the scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is your horizontal on the sofa, and 10, you can't turn your pedals one more time. You feel absolutely, completely ruined and you're about to be sick because you've worked so hard. So 6, 7, just a little bit more than halfway, should struggle to have a full sentence conversation. So it's a bit of effort, but not absolutely busting a gut. I'm going to ask you to do that later. So we'll go in our first minute. Ready? There we go. 3, 2, 1, go, and put that effort level 7. Nice bit of hard work going in there, bit of resistance on your power. And hopefully this should bring your body temperatures up for those of you who are a bit cold. And those of you who aren't cold, hopefully you've got a fan around. Coming up to the minute, 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Keep the cadence, lessen the resistance, drop the effort level. So your legs are going round about the same speed, but now you're at an effort level 4, 5. You can talk. You might not be able to because you might be still recovering, but that's the type of effort you're putting out. I'll do that for a minute and then we'll go back to the higher effort. Those who've come in a little bit late, I was saying Katie's asked me to do, turn that off so you can hear me. Katie's asked me to do a couple of the Monday sessions with her, on one of them speaking about women in the outdoors and things to think about, possible solutions. Now, if you've got any topics that you think fit into that, I can think of one or two, but I don't know. I can see Sue laughing, so she's definitely got a few that she's thinking about. Maybe if you could just hang on after this session and have a chat and let me know your thoughts, that would be really good. The other one is nutrition. So anything you particularly want to know about that, fire your questions and I'll see if I can answer them. So we're now going for the next minute. 3, 2, 1, go. Effort level 7. Halfway through, this is a nice way to warm up because a minute is quite short. You can just about do that with no real damage or effort. Or maybe a little bit of effort, please. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Back to your effort level 4, 5. So nice and easy. Keep your legs going round about the same pace though. Lessen the resistance. Okay, half a minute left of the easy. And be ready to put a little bit more effort in. Got 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Next set of effort. So again, back to effort level about 7. Resistance up. Hold that pace, hold that cadence without the assistance. Well done. Good, nearly coming to the end of this one. And ready to drop it down again. 3, 2, 1. Effort level 5. Oh, it's working. Couple more to go. And this is your 5 bit. This is your nice easy bit. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Harder. Effort level 7, 8. So we're just nudging it up just a tiny bit. Same cadence. Nice. I'm just going to check if I've got Kamut. Oh, yes. So I have got Kamut somewhere. I just clearly need to download the app again because it keeps sending me emails. 3, 2, 1, and down to level 5. So nice and easy. We were discussing earlier whether we could swap routes on and whether I had any of the Lake District. Sue uses Kamut, and I wasn't sure, but apparently I do because they keep sending me emails. So I will investigate. Half a minute left. And I like the way that you all look fairly measured and clearly getting a bit warmer, but we're not busting a gut yet. Only 5 seconds left. Evening, Jimmy. 3, 2, 1. Take a break if you want one. Have a drink. Don't worry about your cadence. And then we're going to do you always do these little hard bits. So we're going to do 15 seconds hard and 45 seconds really easy. And 5 is the number of the night. So we're going to do that 5 times because we've just done 5 1 minutes and we did 5 minutes easy to start with. So 15 seconds working really hard. 3, 2, 1, Molly, and go. Brilliant. 10 gone. 3, 2, 1. Easy. 45 seconds. Oh, lovely. You've got another 20 seconds to go. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Fast. Brilliant. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. 45 seconds. Nice and chilled. It's great. Some of the mutes keep coming off. So every now and again you get this little like, oh, or something a lot worse in some cases. All right, 20 seconds left. Five to go. 3, 2, 1, go. Lovely, well done. 10 gone. 3, 2, 1, ease. Two more left. Lovely. 15 seconds before we go again. Three, 2, 1, and go for it. Ten gone. 3, 2, 1, relax. And coming up for your last one. And after that, we're going to do some overgeared efforts. So we're going to slow it down. Which will be great for Sue Beeston if she's a Lakeland cyclist, because it's all about building power for the hills. Fifteen seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and hit it. Brilliant. 10 gone. 3, 2, 1, and chill. Okay, so hopefully we're reasonably warmed up. We've raised our heart rates a little bit. We've got the blood circulation going. We've taken off some clothes in some cases. We've opened the window in others. We're all ready to roll. So we're going to do 3 minutes times 3 of overgeared efforts. So the cadence is going to come down to 60, but the resistance wants to go up. So we're working kind of as hard as we can without coming off the saddle. And we're asking our glutes and our quads to really work. So we're really pushing like we're going up hills, and that's excellent for strength. So if we're ready for our first 3 minutes, now that's the cadence, so it's a lot slower. So put your resistance up until it's quite hard to pedal. And every time you hear the beep, only the same knee should be at the top. So every time it beats, right, 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 right. So it's quite a lot slower. If you're struggling to keep to it, put a little bit more resistance on. And then work at holding that beat, but putting as much resistance on as you feel you can pedal. And it should be hard work. Your heart rate won't go up like it does if you're pedaling really fast and have got a 90 cadence and are trying to put lots of power out. But your muscles should, if anything, hurt slightly more. If you find that your knees hurt, then release the resistance, take the stress off. It is a very well-known way of training, but there is, for some people, it can hurt knees. I've done it for about 8 years, and my knees are still surviving. So I think it's a good thing to do, providing your body can cope with the stresses. 2 minutes gone. And if your knees aren't that strong, the 2 best things you can do for them is to try and mobilize the joint to get the synovial fluid released so that you've got lubrication in there. And that can just be doing like unweighted squats or getting up from a chair without using your hands. And the second thing to do is to come to cycle classes and padded strength, but try and build your quad muscles up to support your kneecap and support your joints and your bones. And if you do get really sore knees, it's really counterproductive, because the last thing you want to do is make them work, but actually it's kind of one of the best things you can do. That's a bit kind of sore and achy and arthritic-y as opposed to actually injured. Okay, there you go. That was easy. 3 minutes are done. So we're just going to have a wee half minute or a minute, and then we're going to repeat that. So spin your legs out, take the resistance off. Move around if you need to. You need to stand up, release your muscles, change your position, do that. And I like the drinking. I'm trying really hard to drink more, and it's quite difficult. I find it quite difficult, especially when it's cold. You need to be kind of hitting about 1.82 litres probably a day before you account for exercise of non-caffeinated, non-fizzy drinks. And therein lies the problem. Right, 3, 2, 1, and off we go with our second 3 minutes. So nice and slow, grinding up that hill. I'd be going slower than this if I was going up Red Bank, but Dunmail Raise would maybe take this. Troutbeck going up Kirkstone. That's looking good. It's nearly the swim weekend. Something else to ask you when we finish this, if anybody's on it. Because I'm guiding, but I think we've got a good collection of really good swim coaches from Tri Club. So I'm not even sure if I'm in the pool. I think I might be guiding and then going for a run while everybody else swims. Suit me. We're doing well. We're just over halfway through. One minute left to go. Now, can you put a bit more resistance on? Can you make that hill just a little bit steeper, or are you at your max? Now, only you can answer that question. Liking it. Some of you have set your max and you're going for it, and others have found they've been holding out on themselves a little bit. They've got a little bit more in there. Last 20 seconds, well done. Just hold that effort. Three, 2, 1, and take another minute. Release those legs. Let them spin round, let them enjoy having a big flow of blood back through them. And you can bask in the satisfaction of having climbed up your second hill out of 3. Yay! Woo! We've got certainly 2 celebrating big time. I've got 1 or 2 others who probably can't fling their arms up in the air because they'll knock something off or break their fingers on the wall next to them. Okay, 15 seconds left. Swear these minutes go faster. And we're ready to start again on the last one. 3, 2, 1, go. Your last 3 minutes. So you've only done 3 of these. Everything else is 5. So I wonder. I think it's just as well somebody's mic was muted at that point. No, I've got some other fun stuff. Which there's quite a lot of relaxing in it, but there's also some pretty flat out things as well. First minute over, so you've got 2 left. Check your resistance. Make sure that those glute muscles are working. And if you're not sure they do, you can always do some clams before you get on the bike, and that will wake them up, or some glute bridges. It's not very dignified if you're in gym, but if you're at home, you're all right. Generally, I think dignity in exercise is overrated. I started doing bear crawls as part of my warm-up in the gym now, and there's a few people who've gone, but everyone must look at you. Well, actually, nobody really cares. Although when I'm trying to go backwards, that probably does look quite weird because I'm not very good at it. Oh, I excelled myself on Saturday. I ran over a guy's head with my mountain bike. But he did choose to fling himself towards my bike, and I managed to stay on. It's like, whoa, that was good. And then I had to stop to make sure he was all right, because I thought he might have broken something. Yeah, he said his head was fine. That's what helmets are for. But he was choosing to ride in -4 in shorts, and he hit this really icy forest trail. So bare leg plus ice full of grit didn't really work. And look at that, how quickly pain disappears and you forget about it when I'm telling you funny stories. He probably didn't think it was funny. But we were on this event and he was right next to me, just about going, gosh, this looks like it's really slip. And as soon as he got halfway through the word slippy, his wheels went. But luckily he was all right. He was just a bit bruised and scraped. So we're going to just, I like it. You're already going for your drinks. You're already going for your spin outs. Just recovering. We're now going to head for quite a lot of rest. That's the good news. But the bad news is within that rest, we're going to do 10 seconds absolutely flat out. So you've warmed up earlier and we've done some of these, but you were on 15 seconds. So just stretching it a little bit more. So this 10 seconds flat out, it is really just about taxing your ability to use oxygen. And it's one of the things apparently that will help you live longer if you can just keep a little bit of high end. So I'm all for that. That's quite fun. So we'll go for that. You hardly ever have to use this when you're actually cycling, but the benefits feed into your physiology. So we're going to do 10 seconds flat out, and then you've got 2 minutes of rest. So you should be fairly well rested when we ask you to do it again. And if you had power meter, that power meter should be hitting the same power for every interval. So we want to recover and be able to repeat, which is why the rest is so long. So we'll go, I'll give you a 3, 2, 1. Okay, hopefully we're ready and we're going for 3, 2, 1, go. 10 seconds, absolutely flat. Brilliant. Emily's frozen. It looks like she isn't. 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, you've now got, well, 1 minute 50 seconds because it's a lot easier to time. But you've got quite a big rest. So that does mean, yep, keep your legs spinning at about just under 90. I'll give you 85. And it means that you can get drinks if you need them and stretch if you want. You've got another minute. So that was good. So I was talking to a doctor today about that, cold legs. And she said, yeah, it creates all kinds of stresses if your legs are really cold, if you're in shorts in this type of weather, which I've seen a lot. It says because your muscles are demanding blood, but your body is cold and your legs are cold. So that's restricting the blood and withdrawing it back into your core to keep warm. So you've got this constant tension going on. And she said, like, particularly if you stop, then she said, as a medic, she works as a medic on endurance events, it's really difficult to get people warm because our whole system is just completely confused and it doesn't really work properly. So that was quite interesting. But your muscles are having to, under far higher stress, far more likely to get injured. And then he went, I've got cramp. I'm like, no, Monday, your muscles are freezing. Okay, ready to go again. 3, 2, 1, 10 seconds now. Really hard. 3, 2, 1, and pause. Okay, recover again. This is good. Told you got lots of rest. Now, my body's useless at keeping warm. The older I've got, the worse it is. So I'm well up for the stay well covered up. But yeah, it was really interesting to hear that and hear of the issues it gives them as working in like emergency outdoor medicine. You've got about half a minute. Because the maddest race, well, one of the maddest races in the world is on at the minute, the Spine Race, the whole way along the Pennine Way, non-stop, on foot, something like 200 and something miles. Crazy city. Hats off to them, it looks incredible. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. Three, 2, 1, stop. Lovely. I'm liking this amount of effort. Well done. 3 done. And then we're going to change it round a little bit. Up the ante, lower the effort, but still have quite a lot going on. So that's your 85, just so you've got something to aim at. Yeah, the winter ultra runners are something else. They've got to be so good at looking after themselves. My navigation is not good enough. I'd be well lost. Got half a minute to go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go for it. Fourth lot of 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, chill. Okay, the next one will be your last 10-second burst. And then we're going to extend them to 30 seconds and cut the rest. So yeah, these ones are absolutely out and out, flat out. You probably couldn't really do more than 10 seconds because you've burnt that initial energy. You've got to then go and look for some more. Your pace drops, it's harder. The next ones at 30 seconds means that you have to take a little bit of pace off it in order to survive. And you want the whole interval to be a similar power output. So you don't want to do a sudden mad burst and then have to hang on frantically for the last few. Okay, you've still got half a minute. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, go for it. That last 10 seconds of out and out energy and effort. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Lovely, good strong set, well done. And now we are going to do that, exactly what I've said. So we're going to do 30 seconds hard, followed by 1 minute off. And we're going to do 5 of those. And at which point, yeah, we probably won't have time for much else. So we won't do any more hard sprinting after these 5 30 seconds. So I'll just give you another half a minute or so, wait until people look like they've partially recovered. All right, let's get ready to go again. So 30 seconds working really hard actually feels like a very long time. So measure the effort a little bit, feel what it's like through the first one, and that will give you a gauge for the others. And you're wanting an even effort throughout the whole 30 seconds rather than a 10-second burst and then feeling like death, frantically hanging on. So a little bit less effort than last time. 3, 2, 1, and go. 30 seconds. Lovely, well measured. Great control. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and chill for a minute. So you don't have to keep your legs at a decent cadence, but it will help them recover a bit, but make sure your resistance is quite low. First of 5 done. And you've got half a minute left before you go again. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Lovely. Halfway. 3, 2, 1, relax. Nice. So they feel quite different to the 10s. And we did do a little bit of this last week because we did kind of 20, 40s. This is just a slightly different time split. Half a minute left. And these minutes go very quickly. Ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go again. Halfway through, well done. Keep the power on, keep it going. Five seconds, go on. 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, you're over halfway, you've only got 2 left. Just about half a minute left before you go again. I might have to play at something else next week. Ten seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Really good. Ask yourself, is this the same as your first one? Can you make it feel like that? Can you put the same amount of power out? Or are your legs going, no, mercy, definitely not? 3, 2, 1, relax. For a minute, you've got one more to do. Okay, half a minute. Five, 3, 2, 1, go. This is your last half a minute working like this. Halfway through. Good on you. Hold on to it till the end. Keep driving. Keep pushing that leg over the top. Keep forcing that knee forwards. Keep the power on. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Great efforts. Okay, relax a little bit. Get your breath back. We're not going to sprint anymore. That was fantastic work. People who've got cameras on, well done. And I'm assuming everyone else was working that hard as well. Okay, to finish, we're going to do, trying to work my maths out. It's not my strong point. Okay. 2 sets of 2 minutes at effort level about 7. Because you know what it's like when you're riding. Like you get up a hill, you heave a sigh of relief, you turn around the corner and you've got to work again. And that's the reality. So about a 90 cadence and off we go at 2 minutes at about an effort level 7. I'll have a little rest and do it again, and then that'll be it. No, it's really sad there aren't more old people mountain biking. There were very few women. And I think over 50, there was me and one other person. No, actually not over 50, over 55. But she was amazing. She was in her 70s and really, really fast. So you got 1 more minute. They say you have to work a little bit hard to prolong your life. The other things that you need a good balance, which is quite challenging. So if you've got reasonable balance, you can always balance on one leg when you're cleaning your teeth. That gives you 28 minutes of balance a week for free. 2 minutes on your good leg in the morning and 2 minutes on your bad leg in the evening, or the other way around. Three, 2, 1. Take a break. See, that wasn't too bad. We've got our last 2 minutes to do. And I'll go for it in another 50 seconds or so. So yeah, I do my bad leg in the morning because it's likely to be more responsive. But if I clean my teeth really early in the morning before I've had tea and breakfast, then my neural control is terrible and I'm really wobbly. If I wait till I've woken up a bit and I've eaten something, it's considerably better. And my balance is not great. Okay, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Effort level 7. 2 minutes. The last 2 minutes working in the set. So don't waste it. You've got a whole other week until I come back to talk to you again in a different way. Although I'm sure many of you are very capable of creating the same type of damage on your own. Nearly through your first minute. So you're now going into the last minute of work. So holding that cadence, holding that effort level of 7. "40 seconds to go." "15 seconds." Awesome. 3, 2, 1, and relax. If you're following us away from the session, well, very well done. Please take 5 minutes to cool down. I'm going to turn the mute on, so the recording will now stop.